All right, hi everybody, John Meadows here. We were thinking, you know what we haven't done in a long time is an ab video. Abs, you know, like rectus abdominis and all those muscles kind of up here. So we're actually going to do an ab video today. I was telling Caroline that back when I was in my 20s at World Gym, we used to start off all of our workouts with this one exercise that we really like. So we're going to start today with a decline leg raise. There's a couple ways to do these. We're going to show you two different ways. I'm going to show you my preferred way, but there's a couple different ways to do these. So if you could just watch what Caroline's doing here, what you want to do is get a decline, and we have a rope in here. So what we're going to do is a decline leg raise. So Caroline, I want you to do your first 5 reps the way you were doing with straight legs. So now watch how she's going to do these. A lot of people do them this way. So it's more of a straight leg raise. Now, I know what all the kinesiology people are saying right now. Oh my God, it's so much hip flexor. You're right. And there's nothing wrong with training your hip flexors and making them strong. So this is going to get your abs, these hip flexors right here. Now, there's another way that I like to do them, and this is the way we used to do them when we got to the gym. It's how we started all of our workouts. Thanks to Nick Bowman, the guy that took us through these in the 90s. Now, Caroline's going to do a bent knee version, and what she's going to do is these are really high level for abs. See how she's crunching up into a ball? Now she's only coming down to here. Right there. Very high difficulty, hard exercise. Let's do some more here, Caroline. Let's do 3 more. You'd be surprised how hard that little bit of extra range of motion is curling up. 1 more. Okay, that's good. And really, when you're training your lower abs, that bringing your pelvic girdle toward your torso is really how you work your lower abs hard. So that's how we're going to start the workout today. We're just going to do 3 sets to failure, and then I'm going to show you our next exercise. The other thing I want to mention is if you look at the angle of the bench here, so you can change this. If you want to train like Rocky Balboa and you want to put it straight up and make them really hard, you can do that. But if you're kind of a beginner and your abs aren't that strong, then you can lower it and you can make them easier. So just depending on how hard you want to make these, change the angle of that decline so that it fits your skill level and your strength level of where you're at now. So we're going to start with 3 sets here, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Another key point I want to mention here is we talk so much about keeping our back straight and flat, but on this abdominal work, you actually want to curl your back. You actually want to round it, you know, kind of the opposite of what everybody says. That's how you get your abs to do more work and your hip flexors to do less work. So it's okay to curl your back up when you do this exercise. You're not going to hurt it. It's actually, I would even argue that it's a little safer. Some people might disagree with me, but very good point here. Don't be afraid to curl your back up and round it. There, right there. Good. Now blow it out. Boom, flex. There you go. Good. 10. There's halfway. Come on, 10 more. 1. Come on. 2. Come on. 3. Come on. 4. 5. 5 more. Come on. Give me a hand. 6. Come on. 7. 3 more. Open them up. Stretch. 2 more. 19. And last one. 20. There we go. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so on these, I know people like to make fun of these little Bosu balls, but I'm sorry, these are awesome. This is a good way to open up your abdominal wall to really stretch it. Your abs are a muscle. They like to be stretched just like everything else. So we're using the little half Bosu ball here, whatever the thing's called, to really stretch. Now, when Caroline is laying back and stretching, she's inhaling, she's pulling her abdominal wall in, sucking in, and then as she's coming up, she's blowing her air out and flexing her abs. So blow her out and flex her abs, and she's coming up. Okay, on this one, it's not so much of a curl, torso to pelvic girdle. You know, I talked about pelvic girdle to torso in the previous exercise. This one is more of just blowing your air out and coming up and flexing. 20 reps like that, it's pretty tough, right? That's a hard 20 reps. So now what we're going to do is 3 sets here. So we did 3 sets of the decline leg raises. We're going to do 3 sets here. Now, abdominal training is probably the muscle that I would say people overcomplicate the most. Like, these 2 exercises is really all you need for your abdominal wall. I mean, we could do other things for your obliques, but when we talk about just your abs, this is good enough. You don't need to do 5 exercises, 6 exercises. You don't need to do 15, 20 sets. This is solid. This is good work with good form right here. So 3 sets to failure right here. If you want to do some transverse abdominis, here's a cool little exercise. I learned this, I think I did a video on this like 12 years ago. It's a lat ab crunch. It's not so much abs, it's more of that transverse abdominis. So you're going to get in a lat pull down. It doesn't need to be real heavy weight. And what you're going to do is you're going to inhale like you're doing a vacuum, suck in, and then blow out. Inhale, exhale. You have to really, really focus on these. So again, inhale, suck in your abdominals, try to push your abs against your spine, exhale. Now, one of the other cool things about this, if you compete, you just get better abdominal control. You just learn how to pull your abs in better, they stay in better. So it's not something that's going to give you like massive strength in your abdominal wall, but it gives you better control over your abdominals. When I'm consistent with these, I can feel my abs they almost feel like they're sucked in a little better. Little bro science for you there. On these, you know, you could do 2-3 sets of 10, 15 reps, but just teach yourself to suck in and blow out. Inhale, suck in, blow out. Just do that over and over and over, and you'll see what I mean about your abdominal walls pulling in. You can probably see it a little bit better here than you could with me doing it. Good job. Yeah, so inhale, then exhale, boom. Inhale, exhale. All right, so where can people find you at?
You can find me at Strong Sweet Caroline on Instagram, YouTube, and I talk about women's health as well as some wellness workouts and posing.
All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Abs is a rare treat for you, for us to throw some abs your way. We actually do like to treat abs, so yes. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.